What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Morecambe FC career mode. Now, I realized in the last episode I made a lot of mistakes, but bear with me, please. This is my first time trying this. I realize I'm going to make a lot of mistakes, but I promise I'll get better, and this series will get better. So, I forgot to say in the last episode that we were actually going to start this episode with an FA Cup game. One of the objectives for us in the FA Cup was to reach the round of 16, which I don't think it's gonna happen, but hey, small club can dream, right? So let's see what we can do here. We're matched up in the first round against Doncaster Rovers, and I thought it was pretty equally matched up, so I thought we had a pretty good chance of progressing. I'm still getting kind of used to these mechanics though, and I'm making a lot of mistakes. So here we go. Stockton gives the ball to Slew. Slew back to Stockton back to Slew, who finds an opening. And there we go for the very first goal. 1-0, and we're looking pretty good right now. Now, personally, I do kind of want to win the FA Cup. However, not this early because that would mean that we would have to qualify, that we would qualify for the Europa League, which is going to add to our already hectic schedule for next season. So O'Sullivan gets the ball here, tries to go in, and the goalkeeper makes a great save. Gibson gets the ball, gives it to Dia. I don't know how to pronounce all these guys' names yet, but I'll figure it out. But Dia can't make the tackle here, and gives it right back to the opponent, and of course we get scored on. And that's one of these things about this game, man. This game's so frustrating because it seems that every little mistake you make, the opposition capitalize. And if you notice in the top left screen there, we're already at +3 injury time when we only should have had 1 extra minute, which is another thing that's really frustrating. The injury time here goes on for 5-7 minutes sometimes, which is pretty ridiculous if you ask me.
Underway then in the second half, and the two teams matching each other just about stride for stride.
So here we go with the reset. We try to head it out here, and of course, Doncaster just kind of play with it in the middle here. And fortunately for us, the goalkeeper is able to make a save there. Doncaster keep attacking us though. This is the second half already, and they finally find a way to break through. And of course, we go down 2-1, which was really frustrating, man. It's really frustrating. I actually really was trying to get to at least the next round, maybe a couple more, just to get some of that FA Cup money, which we're gonna need for the transfers, which should be happening pretty soon. Doncaster here go up 3-1, and at this point, I'm thinking it's over, man. There really is nothing more that we can do here. One of the things that I like and I hate at the same time is the crowd reaction. So I don't know if you guys can hear just how loud the Doncaster fans are being. It's something that when you're up, it obviously adds to the atmosphere, and when you're down, it just kind of serves as nothing more than just pissing you off. There the Doncaster Rover fans go, and unfortunately, we are out of the FA Cup pretty early on. So here we go. Second game of the episode, Grimsby Town versus Morecambe FC. We're at home, and I like being a home team. And what I mean by that is we win more at home than we do away. However, it doesn't always plan out that way every season. So I think this is the 4th game for the league so far. Grimsby Town get the ball. Here's Green, who puts an overhead pretty perfectly to Bennett. And the goalkeeper here just very indecisive, and I was pressing the triangle button to make him come out, and I don't know why he stopped midway, but that's just the way that League Two wants to operate, I guess, in this game, man, which like I've said hundreds of times already, it's really frustrating to see when the goalkeeper is 3-4 feet away from it and he still can't get to it. Really frustrating. So Grimsby Town, they just keep attacking us here, man. They're relentless with their attacks. Fortunately for us, though, Stockton, the MVP, is able to put this beautiful ball to Kenyon, who finds the bottom left corner. Kenyon over here putting in some work. I believe this is his first start for us. I still don't know exactly who we're going to put in the midfield and who we're putting up front. I still don't know what our best team is, but we're going to figure that out pretty soon, and I think once we do, we'll be a pretty deadly force. Kenyon just beautifully putting that there. And of course, here comes that glitch again,
Yeah,
man.
to
That
show the
I don't
motion
know
of what
why
followed.
we're in that uniform, but man,
The two teams
I
have
guess
switched
that's the way that
around
FIFA wants
and
to
are ready
operate.
now for the
EA,
second
man.
half.
EA.
Well, they are committed
Grimsby
to
Town,
making
of
the
course,
substitution
keep
here.
attacking us.
Plenty of players waiting in the
Here
middle.
comes Green with
Can
beautiful
he finish
turn
here?
and finds that
And he
top right
does!
corner.
Just like
And
that, back in front.
we're definitely going to be going in for a new goalkeeper, man, because the goalkeeper that we have now, I wanted to do that whole dynamic potential thing with him, but it doesn't look like we're going to get anywhere if we don't get a new goalkeeper in. So,
Well, here's
like
the
I said, I
replay.
wanted
And
to
looking
get
forward
some,
to the box here.
probably some free
It's a
transfers in.
pity, but most of the blame has to
Maybe,
be levelled at
I
the
want to
goalkeeper.
say
Your coach is a
November,
youngster longing to
December-ish.
take you near
I don't
post,
really want to
and he
wait
just
until
didn't do that
January,
and
but
paid the
I think
price.
that's pretty realistic if you ask me, if you see how just how poor the goalkeepers have been this whole game. Grimsby Town, though, they just keep on
Oh,
attacking us, and
another
unfortunately
chance.
for us, we do lose this game 2-1.
Making sure
So
nothing gets
unfortunately, I did
away.
forget to capture the footage of the final result, but we did go down 2-1 in that game. So here we have a message from John O'Sullivan, who kind of reminds us that the contract situation at Morecambe FC, I'm sorry, is pretty severe, man. So I don't know if you guys noticed in the first episode, but most of these guys are on contracts of about 1-2 years max. So we got John O'Sullivan here with a 3-year extension, which reminds me that we should probably be going in for a couple more of these guys, which is exactly what we do. We extend the contract of Gibson, O'Sullivan. Of course, we extend Stockton's contract and Hendry. And that puts us at about, I think, 7 or 8 players that have a contract over 1 year. So we'll definitely be looking into that as the season progresses. But let's get into this next game now. Stevenage, which is a team that I actually considered doing this career mode with, but I ultimately ended
Product
up
of
with
EA
Morecambe
TV.
FC just because I like the whole centennial year
And good
thing.
evening,
And I
unfortunately a
actually didn't like that
perfect
whole
night for
big
football.
Burger
Floodlights
King sticker that
shining
Stevenage
down
has.
on the play. We get a
So
nice
we get
quick
into this
whistle
first
from the start of this
third
game.
game now
Both
of the
teams do
episode,
like to
and of
get
course we
forward,
give the
most
ball
positive
away
here. He's
within
given a
the
go.
first 5 minutes, and we go
It
down,
has
and
to
that
be.
was just
And a
a
goal it
mistake
is.
on my
A
end,
goal
man.
well worthy of the
I don't know what I was
opportunity.
doing, to be honest with you. I think I was already just frustrated with the fact that I've gone back to back defeats,
Well, here we see it
and I've
again now.
never
He's just
lost
put
this
away the
much,
people around
believe it
him,
or not.
and he loses it
But
too
we go
easily.
down
Then it's catch
Stevenage
up, and they can't
1-0,
recover.
and it's on
Terrible
us
goal to
to
concede.
formulate the comeback here. So we try our
He's
best
got
to
it
go through.
forward well
McAllen
here.
grabs this ball, beautiful
Credit
turn,
to them
but
for
the
winning back
the AI
possession.
is just always in the perfect
A
place.
goal has been
We
scored
are
in
able
one
to
of the
get the
other
ball back.
games.
They'll
Alan
give it to
McInally
Phillips
has the
here.
ears.
Phillips
He
goes down to
scores for
McAllen.
number 30.
McAllen gives it to
60 minutes
Stockton.
played,
Stockton goes
1-0
back and finds
together.
Phillips, who's
And well, it may
almost
have
able to
arrived.
capitalize on a mistake here,
Lovely
but
save.
unfortunately, the goalkeeper,
Well, he's
man,
given a
coming in
corner there
clutch
for
for
Dallas.
Stevenage. We're able to come back with
Oh,
another
nice
counter,
looking
though.
pass.
Stockton finds McAllen.
This
McAllen
gets through
finds
the
that
net.
space and is
And
able to
that's a
tuck
chance
it
for the
into the
transformers.
left
Now it's going to
side.
be a massive
Beautiful
turning
left
point,
foot,
and
man.
momentum
McAllen,
is
I
with them.
think, might be the guy that we pair up with Stockton. Stockton's been doing great for us. And McAllen, I think this is his second goal of the
Well, here's the
episode.
replay.
McAllen,
Football
man,
manages to put
his
it
left
through,
foot looks
and then
pretty
through on
deadly.
goal. Do you
I
go for
just,
placement or do
I
you go
don't
for
know, man.
power? Well,
I
he's
don't know
certainly
how I
put the
feel
question mark,
about
does he?
these guys yet. They move
Absolutely
really
smashing
slow,
past the keeper.
and
It's a really lovely finish.
it just seems like they can only score if you get them into certain situations. They can't really
Well, they've won
create
the ball
anything,
back
though.
quickly. Can he play
Pringle
it
gets
in
this ball here, and
to
he's
take the
I
lead?
make this
And what
run
an
with him, and I
opportunity.
am trying my best, man, to tuck it
The
into
two
that
teams
left
have
corner, but
switched
unfortunately, it
around
just
and
doesn't
are
pay
ready
off for
now for
us.
the second
So we
half.
go into the half 1-1.
The
Stevenage
touchline, so a
versus
throw in
Morecambe
here.
FC. And Stevenage, man, we're kind of able to keep him at bay for the
He
first
takes
15
on
minutes
the
of this
shot.
match, but
But he's
unfortunately
fully
for us,
over.
we go for
Oh,
this
that is
volley
a
here and just
majestic
find the
goal.
perfect
Oh, a
corner,
goal
the
with
one corner
precision
that
and
we are not
style.
in, and
Superbly
Stevenage go
done.
up 2-1. And that's just the way
Well,
that
take a look at this
everything
again. No finer
seemed to
sign of when you
occur
play a
in this
catch-up volley
episode,
so,
man. It
so
was just
sweetly.
so
Lovely angle.
frustrating,
It's a beautiful goal. Well,
beyond
the goal again,
frustrating.
albeit from a different
I
angle.
can't even find the words for it. Uh, but that was just the way the cookie crumbled for us, man. Here we go. We go
Only
for this
10
counter
minutes
attack.
remaining here.
Sue goes in, and unfortunately, man, I think
Well,
this is a
that's a
red card.
foul, and it
I
sets
think
up
this
a
is a
free
red
kick in
card,
a
but the referee
dangerous position.
disagrees with me, and I am absolutely terrible terrible at free kicks, and
Free
I
kick,
give it
and
right
the
back to
keeper
them.
took it cleanly.
No threat whatsoever.
Splendid piece of challenging.
Go one more time, injury time, and
Failed to
of
keep
course
hold of it.
they defend
And that
perfectly, and we lose the third game in a row, man, 2-1. I have never, believe it or not, I have never lost this many games, especially in the beginning of the season. But we go back and we try again. So Morecambe FC versus Port Vale, fourth game of the episode. I
I'm Derek
think
Ray
it's
here in
the
the
fifth or
commentary
sixth
position,
game
joined
of the
by
season
Lee
for
Dixon.
us.
And very much ready to bring you the
And Port Vale,
catastrophe
actually,
of
I've
League
played
Two.
with in FIFA
Feel it from the
19,
start
so
of this
this was
match.
kind of
This
like my
should
own
be a
personal
cracker.
homecoming. Port Vale get the ball here, and they're just passing it around
Worrell.
beautifully, and there's absolutely nothing we can do, man. I'm still trying to figure
Excellent
out the
ball over the
defending
top.
mechanics on this, but I just can't get it. Port Vale come in and with a beautiful turn here,
Must take the
and then
lead
just
here.
tuck it
And
into
they
the
have.
bottom corner, man.
Defending
Within the
did
first
not
10
see it
minutes, I
coming.
think this is the third game in a row that we've been scored on within the
Well,
first
here's the
10 minutes. So
replay.
we
It's a very
really got to
neat
do
piece
something
of
about this
deception to
defense,
get
man, if
past the
we're trying
defender.
to do
And whilst he gets
anything in this
himself
career
settled with the
save.
keeper to beat, he has
Set.
Here comes Joyce, give it over to Whitehead.
Free kick.
Whitehead gives it over to Warhol, and Warhol,
Oh,
with
great
all the
vision.
time in the world, man,
Oh, they've given
um,
him too much
tucks it in
space.
here with that beautiful pass, and they just keep going. And fortunately for us, we
and
are
the
able to
keeper was
save
up
it
to the
this time.
task.
But we go into the half down 1-0.
Plenty to consider based on what we've seen so far.
And here we go. Pringle tries
And we
to
can now
find
go to Alan
McAlladin, who just is
McAnally,
a
but
little
he's
too
going to go
slow
elsewhere.
for the
Alan,
Port Vale
this could be the
defenders. And
equaliser.
at least we're trying
Practice
something, because the
goalkeeping of the
first half was
highest order and
absolutely
of the
dull for
bravest
us.
order as
We
well.
created
Well, it's
no
not all about
chances,
tipping
and
balls
it
over
was
the
pretty
bar and round the
frustrating.
post. It's about being brave and
Here we
diving
go,
at
though. We
players'
don't
feet.
give up on this
This is
play,
going
and
to
we
end
find
up being
Stockton, who
productive for
tucks
them.
it in
And he's
to
gone and
the
scored
bottom
to level
corner
it again.
with that left foot. And that left foot is going to be what we're going to need this whole season if we're gonna do anything. Like I said earlier, man, Stockton, the absolute legend of
Well,
this
here's the
career
replay.
save
He
so
didn't
far,
panic, did he?
with his, I
Decent
believe,
strike, good
sixth goal
technique, bread
of
and butter
the
strike,
tournament
really.
so
Place
far.
in the back of the net.
In one of the other
And
matches,
here
Alan
Port Vale
McAnally.
come
It's
back,
the
and
second
I'm
goal
just
for
trying to.
Walsall.
I'm honestly playing for the
57
tie
minutes,
at this point.
2-1.
Here we are.
Nicely
We are
saved.
able to get one save in the 60th
Oh,
minute, and they
good
come
chance for
back
the top
7 minutes
64
later,
minutes, please.
and they
2-2.
just
Thanks, Alan. And it might
destroy
be
my
through here.
defense, man.
And
And
a
we go
goal
down
to
2-1
reinforce their
at
advantage.
home
Just look
to
at the
Port Vale,
celebrations.
and
Well, he's
I
gone for
really
pure
cannot
power, and why not when
even
you've got a...
describe how frustrating it is. And I go in for the substitutes just because I was so angry at the way
Fielding
that the
under
team
pressure.
is performing right
And the
now.
cross goes in.
Port Vale, though,
It's
they
all
come
counts
in,
for naught.
they make. I just don't know how they're able to
What
pass
can he do
in
from
such
here?
little space, man. I
Real
really got to
chance.
figure out how we can
Still
do
could
that
be
on our
dangerous.
end. Port Vale, though, they just keep on attacking. 85th minute.
Some space
What
for
a
them here.
soft way to go down. A soft way
And a
to
free
go
kick
down.
awarded by the
And
referee.
here we go. The last 3 minutes. Fortunately, we just can't do
And given
anything.
away.
And we lose.
And there it is, the final whistle.
Lose
Not what from.
again. I think we have lost every single match in this episode, man. And for the final game, we're going to play against Harrogate Town, who's 22nd in the league. So I'm really hoping that we can get something against them, man, because we desperately need it. We're just sinking lower
And that's
and lower
exactly
in the
what we've got.
table.
My name is Derek Ray, and with me
I
on
gotta find a
commentary
way
is the
to
former
plug
Arsenal
in the
and England
holes to this
fullback
sinking
Lee
ship,
Dixon.
though, man.
And League Two action
And
is
if
what's
not, I
on the
feel like
menu
this is going to
coming
be
up
the
live.
shortest career save, because we will get fired. McAlden here, he gets the ball, gives it to Stockton, who finds the space.
Taken on his
Stockton just
opponent here.
runs and finishes
And there
off
it
with a
is, the
beautiful
opening
left
goal. The
foot, man.
ideal way to
Cole
start.
Stockton saving Morecambe FC just the way that he
Well,
does
here it is
things.
again.
And
It's all
here we
about
go.
the
I'm feeling
pacey
very
transition.
confident. For
They
the
were so
first time in
quick to
4
get out
games,
from the
we
back.
are the
And how
first
Read
team to
superbly to
score.
take back
Harrogate,
possession.
they just do
And the
not quit,
referee
man, and they're
spotted the
able to
foul
find
and
some
has
space
played
here.
advantage.
And I'm just trying to tackle them and do
Might
something.
really be able
But
to
they
trouble.
maneuver
Oh,
their
big
way
chance.
and pass their way, and
Cutting the
they
ball
are
back.
able to find space and take
It
this
has
chance.
to
But
be.
fortunately for
Oh,
us,
really good
our
reflexes and
goalkeeper
danger
is there
averted.
to make the save. McAlden,
Good
here he
looking, very
goes.
much an
McAlden
option.
running around, finds Stockton. Stockton back to
Oh,
McAlden,
perfectly
who
touched
finds the space
pass.
again.
Big
And of course, with that
opportunity.
left foot, McAllen
Yes! The
places it
goal is
in.
almost
And we are up
security. And these both
2-0,
showdown
ladies
pick it
and
free a
gentlemen.
bit more
Can
easily.
this be the resurrection
Well,
for
here's the
Morecambe
replay, and as you
FC?
can
Could
see,
this be the
defence
game
starts
that
off
we
with a
need
through ball, and
to
then through and
boost up
forward.
our
He goes
morale
for
and do
placement, or he
something
goes for
great this
power.
season?
Well,
Get
he's
us
certainly
into
got the best
League
around, but
One.
he
I
absolutely
sure hope
smashes it
so,
past the
man,
keeper. It's a
because
really
I'm so
lovely finish.
tired of losing. Now, Dia here, he
The
finds
visitors have totally
Stockton, who
controlled
finds
possession,
McAlden, who
and
finds
what that
Stockton
does, it
again,
just
and
relaxes the
Stockton
team. If you've got the
again.
ball,
It's almost
you
the
expect
exact
He's
same
played it
run that we
away.
did for the first two goals.
And a
Tucks it
goal!
in
Oh,
once more,
magnificent
and we
display.
are up
It's such a
3-zip.
one-sided contest
And
here.
this is the first time in the last
Well, here's
two
the
hours
replay.
that I
It's a
felt
lovely through
that
ball
we
to settle the
might
change,
actually
and once
win
he
a
gets
game.
himself.
So we go into halftime
As
3-0
anticipated,
here,
plenty of talking
and I'm
points so
feeling really good
far.
about
And
this.
now the
I'm
second
feeling
half is
incredibly good
underway.
about this. But of course, this is FIFA 21 and everything's scripted, so
He's
we
in
might
here.
lose. And here we go with the first chance of the second
Still
half,
a
and
chance.
unfortunately, we just can't get it in. Stockton makes
Regular
the run, who
updates from
finds
Alan
O'Sullivan, who
McAnally along
finds
the way.
Slew, who finds Pringle, who
Can he finish
tucks it
this? A
in, man.
goal!
And
And a
we are
finish!
up
Oh, what
4-zip,
another form!
and
Very
I'm feeling
few
real
can
good.
lay a glove on
I'm
that.
feeling like Mourinho, man, because
Wow, what
we're
technique. When the
actually
ball
winning
comes to you and you
something.
don't need a
And
touch, and you can just whack it through.
I
That,
think,
that is
y'all,
what a goal.
that we got to stay tuned to see how Morecambe FC does for the rest of the season. Now, I was trying to get this clean sheet, but
Miller.
unfortunately for us, Harrogate
Oh,
Town,
he's
man, they
really
find
opened
that
them up here.
spot and
And
they
there it
score a
is. A
goal on us in
goal.
the
Will
last
it be
5 minutes of
purely
the
a
game.
consolation at this stage of the
4-1,
proceedings? They haven't
Morecambe
been up to this.
FC, Harrogate Town.
Well, here
And
it is
fortunately for
again, and
us,
all the
though, we
credit
are
goes to the
able to
goals.
pick up the 3 points that we so desperately needed. And we do the press conference here just to kind of try to boost team morale as much as we can, man, because that's one way to really boost your team morale if you guys are struggling with it in your own career saves. So let's take a look at where we stand at the end of this episode. Morecambe FC, 16th position, 6 games played, 2 wins, 1 draw, 3 defeats, 7 points. At the top, Colchester first, Salford City in second, Leighton Orient third, Walsall fourth, Tranmere Rovers fifth, Exeter City sixth, and Newport County seventh. Top goal scorer Stockton up there, 7 goals in 6 matches. So that's going to do it for this episode, guys. We do end on a winning note, which is the only bright spot really in this whole episode. We will be taking on Accrington Stanley next. I'm not sure if that's the Carabao Cup or the Pain Cup. We'll have to wait and see. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.